Obuasi is a very big town which has 2 MPs. But beside the mining, we don't have anything to live on apart from the mining.
We all know that Obuasi is a world-class ore body, and it has a huge potential of being turned into a world-class mine.
Obuasi ha niema ye no na bia nipa na oti different planet bia na bia owo bibia ma no sika enya sa aha de esisi ade ahanye kra se sa aha dan nsamafo okuro.
We all know that Obuasi is a world-class ore body, and it has a huge potential of being turned into a world-class mine.
Company said that they're going to go on care and maintenance. They said we're going for 24 months, which is 2 years. And after 2 years, they were coming back to Obuasi to employ people again in Obuasi. So we were having the belief and having the hope that one day, the Obuasi that we knew some years ago will still be the Obuasi that we are living up to.
Some families survive through the mining. No, Obuasi is a new market day, but Obuasi is a very big town which has 2 MPs. But beside the mining, we don't have anything to live on apart from the mining. And you know, galamsey no so no SM free mudia. Now the whole town have to suffer. And to me, you know, the me say we can blend up the mining together with the galamsey if the government can understand with us, for them to give us some part of the land, because not all the people has a skillful job that they can be employed in the mines. And as I'm talking right now, there are a lot of graduates who are even involved in the galamsey because there is no job. And excuse me to say, when even the mining is working, they don't even normally employ the town people, the native of the land. We are not being employed. And sometimes I cannot ignore the mining, neither the galamsey. Or see mining no exist because mining can sell the town. Because Obuasi mining, mining existed for a long time. When you talk about mining in Africa, you cannot do away with Obuasi mining.
We decided to stop underground production. When we stopped underground production, we moved into a limited operating phase. So it's not as if we stopped everything on the mine abruptly. Stopped underground production, moved into a limited operating phase where we still produce gold by processing some tailings. We still stuck to our environmental obligations. We still committed to our social commitments, our social obligations. We still pump water from underground to ensure that the underground is not flooded, so that the underground infrastructure can be maintained. We still keep over 100 people on site just maintaining infrastructure, engineers. Like I mentioned, we are still continuing with all our environmental obligations and all those things. But with all those things happening, that's just to ensure that the place doesn't fall apart. And we employ about over 300 people directly, as I speak, and then over 300 people indirectly. So there are close to 700 or more than 700 people working on the Obuasi mine as I speak. That's a significant number. And that's a reflection of the significant amount of work that is going on even as at now.
chilling effect on the local economy of Obuasi. It's even had an effect on the shape and the outlook of the Obuasi municipality. What happened is that, yes, the company did sit down the Ghana Mine Workers Union and came up with attractive packages for the workers who were being retrenched. That notwithstanding, we realized that about 80% of the people who benefited from those packages that the company gave them were originally not ordinarily residents of Obuasi. So they repatriated the monies that they made into other areas other than Obuasi. What we retained in Obuasi could not sustain the economic lifespan of the municipality. So it's hitting us hard. But as the assembly, we are at the forefront and trying to make sure that we reposition ourselves and give our economy a different focus.
It has been very devastating, and as I indicated to you when we had that interview 3 years ago, the care maintenance, the entire care maintenance exercise would lead to serious economic consequences for the municipality. As we talk now, our revenues at the assembly are not doing too well.
In fact, mines na egune dia hayen. Aha obia nya boase nko a nkro na etwa boase ho ahia ne nyina obia complain say aha na yen ayeti kro yi mu de. In fact, ha pa anti sempanimfo ye besre. Sese nkom bese bia adwuma na nka beboa yen. Fi sese ye nneema a ye fa nyina ye nto. Sometimes nneema na be gusto mu a na a expire ne asisa akoto agu. Nipa ne hu nneema na nka opeso oton so sika ne ni ho. Purchasing power ni ho and na ma sese kuro ya ese ghost town enipa nim wo be bie store bia afra no pa akosi anwumro bia kra misa me ton rice me provision store ne to ade sometimes wo ba kroma on a bad day kra na ne to ade be 1,000 Ghana cedis but enne me ba store na se to ade 200 Ghana cedis kra sa da na che say a good day mami ai asai ene amanye ni obeka kire wo krom ha sei se Obuasi ha ne ma ye no na bia nipa na oti different planet bia na bia wo bibia e ma no sika enya sa aha de esisi ade ahanye kra se aha dan nsamafu okuro
ensusanso a free sangogo ne call for me ensusanso a me enya de bebre na ma injuma sem ne nyoma bebre first na oton ade a yeto uye bibia because adwuma ne wo bosome so a e de nipa ne beba say je yepama de obeba bepama de amane ma obepam bia amane school for ne ade ti si amadwuma de nyuma a wo Obuasi de bebre call form nti ama problem ankasa ti ye bon pa yesen ke o nkanyakopon be ya adom na komasan bebie ama yetimi enya se de be ya njuma betima koso ama bibia akoyi ama ye.
Let me be proverbial. If you have a hen that lays the golden egg and that hen stops laying, definitely the community that benefits from that stock will definitely suffer. And since Anglo started having their challenges and they've stopped production, that has affected the club seriously, and that has contributed to the position of the club now on the league table. We cannot motivate the players the way we used to motivate them. We have a backlog of payment for signing on fees and even winning bonuses. So definitely, if you cannot motivate your players, you don't get the results that you desire. And that is all because of the challenges facing the mother company that is financing the club. We are also reeling seriously under the pressure where the company is not operating.
But you're still doing some good. You're even playing a football match today. You are still surviving. You're still keeping your head afloat.
We are surviving under serious pressure. But for the crop of players that we have who are committed to the cause of the players, I believe that the situation will be very bad. If you cannot motivate players, you don't expect them to give you the best. And if you see the club is on the verge of relegation, if we should lose this afternoon game, Ashgo will become history. But we'll try to stay afloat. But we need to do something drastically to change the fortunes of the club. If you're operating on a budget of 50,000 a month and it had to come down to 25,000, 50% cut in funding, that should tell you that we are not in the best of times. And until the company gets back to its feet, we cannot survive the future. It's still support, but the support that we want. If the product is not attractive, if the brand is not attractive, you cannot get a crowd. One very major income for clubs is gate proceeds. And if Ashgul is playing Kotoko in the next couple of hours and the stadium is virtually empty, it tells you that yes, something had gone amiss. The motivating factor, the minds that was operating and was putting money in the pockets of our supporters that they can pay the 5 cedis, pay the 10 cedis, the 15 cedis to watch the game, are now virtually unemployed. So they cannot even afford the gate tickets to come to the stadium. So it is not a matter of bringing money into the club. Even the fans, the motivation, how they can pick trotro and come to the stadium is also a challenge. So it is affecting every facet of the club. And I think until we see a turnaround, the future of this club, I can say, is very bleak.
AGA gives a lot of support. Actually, we virtually were part of the main operations, but as a management strategy going forward, they decided to set aside this company, Anglo Gold Health Foundation, but it's still fully owned by Anglo Gold Ashanti, and they give us a lot of support in terms of financial support and material support. Let me first state that formerly our clientele base was mostly Anglo Gold employees and their dependents. But with the current situation on the mine, the retrenchment and other ongoing aspects of the operation, our clientele base has changed more to be national health insurance based patients. That is 80%. Anglo Gold employees and dependents currently form just about 10%, and the rest are from cash paying is just another 10%. So you realize that 90% is from the community. So our operations are now refocused for the benefit of the Obuasi community, largely. We have in place our own internal management systems that is different from the main operation systems. And I think it's injected a lot of more of efficiency. Overall, I think we're doing very well. Of course, with the support that Anglo is giving to us, that is also enhances our operations very well. Formerly, when we were part of the operations, this hospital alone, management was funding it to the tune of almost $600,000 a month. And with this current arrangement and with prudent management policies that we're implementing in-house currently, I think we are fitting in properly and very well within this budget at $150,000.
In fact, if you roll back a few years, you realize that AGA as a mother company has been the reason all this infrastructure we see around exists. This is a product from their what you call corporate social responsibility. Absolutely. You know, they've done a lot to support the community. They've been the very backbone of the school. And so their current state where they are not in operation is really reversing the progress of the school. But we are trying to make do with the means available to us under the circumstance. In the past, I could have spoken to that effect, but as of now, I may not be able to say that for a fact. But in terms of the infrastructure we have, the utility available, water, electricity, it's all coming from them at their benevolence. The entire Obuasi community has depended heavily on the mine. And because of the current state of the mine, the whole economy is on its knees. And as a result, parents are having a challenge, a difficulty maintaining their wards with that. They like the quality of education we provide, the services we offer. But when it comes to meeting the financial obligation that goes along with that, they are having a difficulty because most of them are on redundancy, as you know, and so it's making it tough. And as a result, we've lost some students.
Since the underground mine here at Obuasi was shut, people believe that it is a galamsey or small-scale mining that has sustained the economy of this local area. But for how long? Joining me here at this evening are these two men to explain for us, to understand clearly what the situation is. Since the closure of the mine, it told mine 3 years ago, in Sansoben, and the Abba or Manfua, a war of Obuasi.
Mabunua esiso. Ye ni ejuma galamsey na ne kakranka kra. Se wonye galamsey ni bi kra na, we taxi driver, we trotro driver, we de obia na, o ton bibia e to wade. Galamsey fo no kokobla bakra na obenya bibia onso be de. Bibia o ton bia akoso. Ese galamsey ni nye ejuma bio. Obi nko na oba be to wade. Obi nso ma na onye bibi di ama ye dan bo nso ayeden light bin nso ayeden ye di ade ne ye beye nti ye de esra oman no ye ni party bi omo ade e be bo oman mu a ye nyina be de bibi e be de e be bo aye eno anti ne de ye esra oman se won de esre no ombo aye bibi bia ehia e be ma obo aseman ama ye obia kwa obeba obenya du obedie ne bibia na e be boa Obuasi mine no ne ye hwehwe
enti ne de ye ne yesense osomo makwa ma mine ne ye den eba na galamsey no so no because of the mine na ebeninti no ye yi galamsey no so ye den ye mfemfrim because a lot men kasa me boy baako no go school wo St Andrews but due to a financial problem into no sometimes I come to me by weekend no abe ye adwuma kakra no they are supporting to no Sunday evening no send den ekọ and it help a lot as I say Nyankopon adom odi free school and no they make the mechanic say and any penny na mine and the bumpona they can be employed and we need the mining and also they should allow some of the youth also to be given some part of the land so that they can also do what they know.
Okay. To say no, me buy here me 37 mate say AGA omo concession no be 60% was saying e dey ama small scale miners say omo nkotena so eno so kra no ne kro no ayedin a omo set committee a omo fa ne say omo ne galamsey fo no edi nkomo no moko o hwe ade entina ama aye twema mentwe a dada adai omo nkro ye
galamsey issue no it is becoming political because in Ghana here there are a lot of the things that is going on. Sometimes when it is not going well, some other party will support. The party that is existing will try to sometimes connive with the people who are ongoing. Sometimes, and they that are not also enjoying what is ongoing also will oppose. And you know, Obuasi as I'm talking right now, galamsey issue is now becoming political, which it should not be so. Because right now when you go there, it is not NDC alone working. It's both MPP, CPP, and all the political parties are working. But some are claiming that it has been allowed because of NDC, or it's going to be allowed when MPP come. But when MPP come or when NDC go, galamsey must be exist because we are right to enjoy what is in our land.
The gold is yours.
It's ours. White people used to come here. You can see a lot of Chinese enjoying our land. When they come here, within a few times, you see them buying different cars. But when a Obuasi boy goes and then also gets some of the gold, we do nothing than to build in Obuasi. Right now, we have a lot of galamsey people owning hotels in the land of Obuasi. I can mention a lot of hotels, big hotels, that is being functioning in Obuasi that belong to some of small-scale miners, which I should say. Because when you talk about galamsey, then you are talking about, excuse me to say, sometimes people that do violence and all this, but it isn't so. There are a lot of gentle people who also go to the small-scale mining, which we know as a galamsey.
Okay. So for you, the galamsey or illegal mining is good. It helps the community.
Yes. And the boa mine nyina Obuasi mine ye nyina boa nti obi won mo onte ase e say the minu an kan some the politics ba anya politics wo ye hwan ni kura wo be kobi ina wo kobi nso ase wo an kobi na wo tifie kura na eboa wo ɛma wo nso unya ofo car kra unya taxi driver nyane de obi nyane de nti Obuasi de galamsey untimi mie mines without galamsey nti de ade a ye hwɛ so man nye ne sɛ ohia sɛ baabi a egie de ama ɔmo no ɔmo mpa ɔmo yɛ boasefo ɔmo no ɔmo ntena ase ɔmo no ɔmo ni baabi ɔmo didi ɛyɛ bɛboa ɔmo fa hɔ ma wɔm Obuasi so mining no nso ɛso nti sɛ ha ana ɔmo de ma ɔmo na ɔmo hu sɛ ha no nso no ɛmo ɔmo a hwɛ baabi a wopɛ a ɔmo so benya a ɔno wosa wonti wo bi ɔmo na te wɔ ɔno ɔmo nim adwuma a baabi a ɛyɛ ma ɔmo sɛ ha na yio aha na yio fa ma ɔmo na ɔno ɔmo ntena ase abotre kwan so enye politics we ba emo nyina ntena ase na obi enya de obedie na emo Ghana so ye ya dia ebi obi
akwa me so mpesa me kan say me say me ye sofo me ye reverend minister. My name is Reverend Joseph Do. I don't do galamsey, but when the galamsey is going on, it helps all the people in the town. And you know, I will not say they should not allow the mining to come. When the mining also is working, people do pay tithes. When galamsey is going on, people see you on the roadside and give you that, so that we will not go away and sell in Kuto, sell better, and do all kind of gibbous way of taking money. Okay. So we want everybody to do well as the galamsey and the money is being blended up. Okay. So that is all I can say. Yeah.
Life must go on. Obuasi must not die. AGA should be able to find solution as to bringing back the underground mine, so that the livelihoods of the people who work in the mines, plus the locals who work in the small-scale mining sector, will survive. That Obuasi, Ashanti region, and Ghana will develop.
The 2 years the company said they're going on care and maintenance and they're coming back has not been the reality due to problems that arose from January, February. Some people who classify themselves as galamseyers went to the concession of Anglo Ashanti, and within the 2 years that the company was going on care and maintenance, the military were here protecting the concession of Anglo Ashanti. So in January, we heard that the military who were at post have been withdrawn from a higher authority or from authority from above. We asked who is the authority from above, but we were never told who the authority from above was. So when the galamseyers went there on 29th of January 2016, the military were here, so they went there to make sure that the galamseyers couldn't go to the concession of the company. So just within 48 hours after that incident, the galamseyers went back again. By that time, we were not having any military at post. The military had been withdrawn back to Accra. So some officials of the company and that of some journalists in Obuasi went to the scene to make sure that the galamseyers goes back to where they were. And that even resulted to the death of the then corporate affairs manager, Mr. John Obuasi, who died on 6th February 2016. And the moment that incident happened, the company said that their security was at stake, because they realized if their whole corporate affairs manager could lose his life as a result of small-scale mining, then there was no need for them to still be at post. So they withdrew all their non-essential staff from underground, and as we talked, they are still in the house.
We didn't have a choice but to withdraw our non-essential staff. At the moment, there are thousands of illegal miners operating in that space. Thousands of them. Could be between 7,000 to 10,000, significant numbers. We do get the information from among some of the illegal miners themselves. And remember, we still operate a hospital in Obuasi. Like I was saying, there's so much we're doing. We still operate a hospital in Obuasi, and some of these illegal miners, when they are injured, report to our hospital for treatment. And we do treat them because we are a responsible company, and we can't turn people away just because they are not they are on our concession illegally. Because they are injured, we will treat them. So there are various ways we get that information. But the important thing is that we don't keep it to ourselves. Once we get the information, we report it to the appropriate authorities. And I think the appropriate authorities are the people in the right position to investigate it further and to ensure that all things being equal, we stop these fatalities from continuing. Because remember, irrespective of how we look at it, these are Ghanaians, right? These are our fellow Ghanaians. And we all know that whatever is happening there is not sustainable. Why don't we approach it in a way that is sustainable and doesn't lead to the deaths of our fellow Ghanaians?
need to first of all consider the ramifications of moving thousands of small-scale miners who are working on a concession, who are making their livelihood on somebody's concession, moving them to a place. So the question then was, where are we taking them? And that question was answered when Anglo Gold released 60% of its concession to the government through the Minerals Commission.